The La-crosse man accused of causing the death of another man in the parking lot of the la-crosse-menards store is now being held on a $100,000 cash bond. 50-year-old Matthew-Kinstler appeared virtually in court today for that hearing. News 8 Now's Mal Meyer joins us live at the La-crosse County Courthouse with what we learned today.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. This was Kinstler's initial appearance just to set the bond amount for the first-degree reckless homicide charge. During this Zoom meeting, in trying to argue for an amount, the district attorney's office gave new details about what may have led up to the Menards incident and a possible connection between him and a shooting threat that in part led to his arrest.
This is a Zoom intake hearing.
Matthew Kinstler sat shackled inside the La-Crosse County Jail for the hearing. He is accused of fighting with 79-year-old Russell-Paulson on Friday afternoon. Police say he felt the victim had parked too closely to his car.
We didn't realize the gravity of the injuries, and we were operating under COVID-19 conditions.
Kinstler was initially released on a signature bond, but Paulson later passed away from his injuries.
The medical examiner has indicated he'll be ruling this a homicide.
Assistant District Attorney Susan Donsky says through their investigation, law enforcement found the defendant has been acting erratically for some time.
He lost his employment. Just yesterday, there were threats to a group that was shooting up their meeting, and he'd previously had incidents with that group.
The police department confirms Kinstler was arrested in La Crosse around 7 p.m. Tuesday night. Donsky says this was after law enforcement learned of the threat to the group, which was supposed to meet Wednesday morning. That's in part why the state asked for $1 million cash bond.
We do believe he presents a significant flight risk and a significant safety risk to our community.
In my review of his criminal history, Mr. Kinstler has never been charged with anything other than misdemeanors.
But Kinstler's attorney argued with family connections to the area, military service, a degree, and other factors that the bond should be significantly lower.
Mr. Kinstler believes the most that could possibly be posted on his behalf would be $2,500.
Instead, Judge Elliot Levine set the cash bond at $100,000. If Kinstler is released before his next court date, he is not allowed to have any contact with the victim's family, will be under GPS monitoring and house arrest. So the state says that witness interviews are still being conducted and the investigation is ongoing. So a criminal complaint isn't ready just yet. That court document would outline what investigators believe happened before, during, and after the incident, and it may have additional charges. Mike?
Okay, thanks a lot, Mal. And Kinstler's next hearing is scheduled for Monday. It is expected to be held virtually again.